his upper jaw. It's very cute. He gets that directly from his mom, Jade. He also has kind of dark circles around his eyes. He also gets that trait from his mom. So throughout the presentation, see if you can pick up on those differences as well as other differences, and pretty soon you will be able to talk well foster as well. So it looks like I've been joined by a couple of fellow trainers. On deck we have Jenna and Carrie. And they're going to be introducing you to our female dolphins, starting with Foster. Foster is 5 years old.
핫 나왔지.
And next we have 7-year-old Belle. So now that you've met our dolphins, we're actually going to talk just a little bit about how dolphins learn. Now it's really very similar to how you and I learn. And if you think about the last time you learned something, maybe you were in school and you learned something new and you got rewarded for it, I think really good grades. Well, it's kind of the same thing with our dolphins. They learn a variety of different behaviors through what's called positive reinforcement training, which is basically a really big way of saying that when they do something good, they earn something good. Of course, now and then, everyone makes mistakes, including these guys. That's okay. When a dolphin makes a mistake, they simply ignore it and move on to the next behavior to give them another chance to be correct and successful. So right now, Will and Foster are going to show you just a couple of the behaviors that they've already learned using this method of training.
Wow! This is great. Wow!
ওই দিক দিয়ে চলে এসেছি। ঝোল যাচ্ছে দেখ কি স্পিড। দুটোই আছে তো নাকি?
এখানে দুটো আছে। ওই যে মামা ওই দেখো।
Awesome. To reinforce these guys for a job well done. So right now I have a very special volunteer who's going to come down and demonstrate exactly how we train our dolphins. Hi, what's your name? Hi, Remy, are you ready to be a dolphin?
দিচ্ছে তো ওই জন্য খেতে।
I know. All right. Well, I have a question for you before we get started. And that is, what is your favorite food? Pizza. Excellent. All right. So I need you to imagine now pizza. It's kind of like fish for these guys, right? So you really want to earn some pizza. These guys really want to earn some fish. And you know that when these guys know that when they hear this whistle, they're going to earn something really cool. But this whistle doesn't really mean much to you, right? It's just a whistle. To these guys, it means good job. So instead of blowing my whistle, I'm going to say good job, and then I'm going to give you some pizza. All right, let's practice. Good job, pizza. Good job. What are you going to get? Pizza. I think that you are ready. All right. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job.
লাফাবে অতক্ষণে লাফাবে তার মানে
An entire pizza just for you. And now for the big question. What did I just train you to do? To jump, exactly. So in effect, using the target pole, using the words,
ওই যে এবার ওই
using
দিকে
some big pizza, just train you to jump.
মানে দূর দূর থেকে লাফাবে গায়ে জল ছাড়ে মতো
Thank you so much.
এবার কি বোধহয় ওইটা থেকে এইটায়
হ্যাঁ সেটাই হবে
So that's kind of a simplified version of how we train all of our behaviors here. We take really complicated behaviors and we break them down into small steps. We train one step at a time, using our target pole to shape that behavior. And eventually we'll fade out that target pole and introduce a hand signal that means whatever that movement that the target pole meant. So right now you guys are going to get a chance to see some of the behaviors that our dolphins are still currently learning. So this is how we
মারাজ
still quite there yet. They are in the training process. So right now, Carrie is working with Foster, who's learning a behavior called a front tail walk. Now in this behavior, Foster comes up and out of the water and basically propels himself forward just with his tail. So Foster understands this behavior. He's got the basic movement down. Right now, Carrie is working with him to try to get him to go longer, to get him to go a little bit further with that same motion.
তাহলে দেখলি কত
So in a minute, Carrie's going to show him a hand signal that means this behavior. She's faded out the target pole. She has the same hand signal at this point. There it is.
ওই দে
And if you're listening to this, you've heard that Carrie blew her whistle, which means that Foster did a great job. He can come back and get lots of reinforcement for it. All right, and we're leaving it there because that was such a really good job by Foster. We want to let him know, hey, that was great. You know, we'll come back and work on this later, but I want you to really see how great of a job that was. All right, so Bo is also learning a behavior called a scent applause. Now, basically in applause, they all know how to do an applause right in front of us. It's basically when they come up and they shake their packs back and forth. Bo is learning to take this behavior and do it at a different place in the pool. So Gemma is working with Bo on this behavior. She's basically pairing the hand signal for applause with the
Cross
flip
screen,
to show him where he needs to go to do this behavior. So there's that hand signal for the applause behavior, and there's the point. So hopefully it will come in right up here to the center slide out area to do that applause behavior. Excellent job by Bo. He didn't need any help at all on that one. All right, so Carrie's actually moving to a different location around the pool. We've seen that he can do it from that area over there. Let's see if he can do it from deck. Looks like he's got it. All right, so now it looks like we're going to try the same behavior a little bit further over on deck, just to make sure that he understands he can do it anywhere.
এখানে সাত না দেবো আবার যাচ্ছে এদিকে যাচ্ছে
That was a great job by Bo. Looks like he's got that behavior. All right, so the next behavior that we're doing is another behavior that Foster is learning. It's actually called a send somersault. Sounds kind of difficult, but it's not. Foster's learning that he needs to come down to these windows here on the right and do 2 underwater somersaults, which is exactly what it sounds like doing under the
Somersault
water.
হবে
And I'm actually
Somersault.
serving as a secondary visual
Somersault
cue.
হবে,
Follow
somersault,
my
vault
voice
হবে।
down here to these windows. So Foster is learning that he needs to come down to these windows and then he needs to go over and do 2 more somersaults on the other side. So everyone should get a chance to see Foster do some somersaults. And as I said, I'm actually a secondary visual cue, so Foster still needs a little bit of help understanding where he needs to go for this behavior. He's got some motion down, he knows that he needs to do some flips down here at the window, but he still kind of needs a little bit of help as somebody down here right now. So that's my purpose. I'm just going to be crouching down here by the windows, serving as Foster's visual cue. Just a little reminder that he needs to come down here and do some somersaults. And then hopefully he'll be going over there to those windows to do a couple more. So Foster's going to be getting a hand signal from deck. And here he comes.
যাচ্ছে ও নিচে 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 খাবে নিচে
And it looks like he's heading to the
নিচের দিকে এবার ওইদিকে খাবে
নিচে নিচে নিচে
নিচের দিকে
নিচে খাবে ওই যে
আবার খাবে
আবার আসবে
করলো না
Alright, sometimes dolphins get a little bit confused as well. That's why we're here as trainers to kind of help them through that. So I think we're going to try it again.
উল্টে গেছে
And two, alright. There it goes to the other side. Let's see if we can do two more.
করলো না
with another trainer over there out of the so I think we'll leave that. One thing that we want to keep in mind all the time when we're training is that we never want it to become frustrated or not fun. So Foster's showing us that he still needs just a little bit of help with that behavior. So we will come back to that a little bit later. So right now, Bo is also learning a behavior alternating spy hop, and Gianna is training this behavior on deck. So this is a really cute behavior, and what Bo is learning to do is he's learning to go under the water while a trigger pops up. And then they'll kind of go back and forth like a seesaw. So eventually this will be a behavior that happens in the water. Right now Gianna is training it on deck. So there's a hand signal. Thumbs up, Gianna goes down.
লাস্টে যেন আমরা জল ছাড়তে হতে দেখবো লাস্টে যখন শেষ হয়ে যায় সবাইকে জল ছাড়তে
Gonna do it one more time. Excellent job, I know you guys heard the whistle, but did exactly what we wanted him to do. There's a whole lot of fish, and we're going to
দ্বিতীয় হয়ে ফিনিশ এই মুখটা বাড়িয়ে রাখি মাছ খাওয়ানোর জন্য
এটা একটু জুম করা
জুম করা যাচ্ছে না
and that happens at facilities like the National Aquarium, but it also happens out in the ocean.
এটাই ভালো দেখায়
Dolphins are going to learn to do somersaults or do alternating spy hops from people. They're actually going to learn to approach boats because rowers will feed them. Now, approaching boats is really dangerous and can be very harmful for dolphins. And accepting food from people can make them really sick, and it can also make them rely too much on people for food. It is also illegal to approach or feed dolphins in the ocean, so please keep this in mind when you're on our coastal waters. Dolphins are also naturally very playful, very curious animals, and like to interact with anything and everything in their environment. Out in the ocean, a lot of times they see foods, trash, and
ওদের মানে ওদের সবাইকে দিয়ে একসাথে করায় না কিছু ঘন্টা অন্তর অন্তর করায় এখানে দুজন করছে ওখানে দুজন করবে
recycle whenever you can. And just to thank you for your efforts, here's one more look at Bo and Foster. Well, thank you all so much for joining us today. Please feel free to stay as long as you like. I will be here to answer any questions that you might have. And enjoy the rest of your visit with us. Thank you.
ওটা একসাথে ওই এটা
আসবে এদিকেও আসবে
ওখানেই করবে
শেষ হয়ে গেছে
প্রসেস
দারুণ জিনিসটা